in hiding. The foolish plan that she and her husband had cooked up did nothing but slow me down, and I was not thrilled about it. But then she always knew how to have her way, holding guilt above my head like a sharpened blade. It did not much matter that I was a woman grown, 20 years last spring. She would hold me enthralled until my debt was settled, and should I fail to satisfy, she would surely feed me to the wolves. Finally, we caught sight of them. Pa and John had opted to stay with the wagon rather than come to our aid. Not even when they saw us come around the station building with our heavy load did they move into action, but remained there, watching. William, in his black hat, leaned against the weather-beaten side of the vehicle, while John sat at the reins. His shoulders were hunched and his head bowed. A stupid little smile played on his lips. His straw hat was new and made him look like a fruit farmer. Neither of them smiled or even greeted us properly. There were no signs of relief on their drab features. Nor did Ma express any gratitude for the reunion, but set the trunk down and scurried at once to get up on the wagon's dusty deck. A few barrels were there and some rope, but nothing but some burlap to sit on, which had me fretting for the dress again. It was a pretty thing of silk, striped in a lovely raspberry hue and a deep, clear blue. William had noticed my new attire.
"You're on the prairie now, Kate,"
he said as he helped Ma onto the wagon.
"Nothing will do but some plain calico." "She dresses like those whores she befriended,"
Ma said, huffing as she sank down on a sack of potatoes.
"It's all so shiny on the outside with them, while on the inside there's nothing but rot."
I rolled my eyes at her silly statement. We were hardly ones to pass judgment, and then I climbed onto the wagon as well, needing no help, though my skirt snagged on splinters in the rough wood. I winced when I felt it happening, but I would not show it. I was not about to prove William right. Our journey thus far had been long and trying, and the rest of it promised to be just as bad. Ma and I had suffered hours upon hours in a cramped, hot train carriage, surrounded by gaunt and tired faces. The air had reeked of smoke, sweat, and a hint of manure, and not even the sweetness of the apples Ma had brought for us had been able to chase the foul taste of defeat from my mouth.
"Stop sulking, Kate,"
Ma had said when I put my fruit away.
"You'll feel better once we are settled in our new home."
"I know what to expect," I replied, speaking in German like her. "More toil, that is what." I refused to be anything but honest. "More delays and regret."
"Well, we would not be in this predicament if it hadn't been for you."
She spoke in a cool and even voice, even as her gaze wandered restlessly around us, taking in every face. She meant to shame me by saying such things, but it never worked. "I had nothing to do with them," I said, thinking of the Vandals, of course. "My God, woman, I was outside in the wagon with you."
"Oh, be quiet, Kate,"
she snapped at me. She huffed and sat back in her seat, holding the basket of fruit and beer close to her chest. Her traveling hat was a tattered thing, old when bought and rarely used. The brown ribbon at the pull was unraveling as the silken butterfly pinned there had lost a wing.
"If it hadn't been for you, we would never have met them in the first place."
I could hardly argue with that, and neither did I care to. Instead, I leaned back on the tattered seat and continued devouring my apple, wrinkled and winter-sweet, tasting faintly of the barrel. "What is it you used to say?" I asked after a while. "We take care of our own, and the rest can fend for themselves." I did my best impression of her, making my voice sound sharp and shrill. "I honestly don't see why you're so concerned with what happened to the Vandals." Masa.